going on, guys? I just want to make a quick comparison of the large Sebenza versus the small Sebenza. This video will be with two regulars, but the size of the 21s and classics are not that much different, than the regulars. So you can kind of see if you're debating whether you want a small or a large. This is a small. You can see it fits in a 4-finger grip, nice. Comes right to the palm of the hand, back here. And your finger just kind of rests on this little thumb ramp. It just feels really nice in the hand. It's not too small. I do prefer the large when I go out of the house. Like, I may carry this around in my jogging pants or whatever, and even around the house. But I generally don't leave unless I have a larger knife, but that's just me. I could see I don't really work an office job or anything. If I worked an office job, it would be, or a job around a lot of people, it would be the small Sebenza, because it's not it's not as intimidating as the large Sebenza. If you care about that sort of thing. Some people, hey, I carry a knife. It's illegal, I'm going to use it, and I don't care what you think. But sometimes it doesn't go over too well with bosses. So you can see it gives up about a 1/2 inch in cutting edge. I don't really think that the cutting edge is the huge deciding factor when people are thinking small versus large. I think what you need to ask yourself is, how much handle do you like? Because if we were all honest with ourselves, we could probably make do with this smaller blade here. You see the small comes in with a cutting edge at about 2 3/4, and the large cutting edge is near 3 3/8. What I'll do is I'll compare it next to some, and I'm going to use my good old yardsticks, the Endura and the Delica. And it's a great comparison, because here we go. I just assume that most people can handle these in a store or already own 1 or 2 of these. This is a large. You can see the large is a little bit shorter than an Endura. The cutting edge is about the same. It does have more belly than the Endura, but you can see that from pictures. And there's where it's a lot shorter, by about a 1/2 inch. But if you like the cutting edge of an Endura and you don't think you can make do every day with a Delica, which is what the small Sebenza is close to, it actually has more cutting edge, but in size you see it's a little bit shorter too. The Sebenza is small, but closed and in your pocket. It's about the size of a Delica. So that's kind of the deciding factor if you're a Spyderco guy. I don't really have any Kershaws or Benchmates to show you as well as these two will. Which might be better for you. I can tell you that in the pocket, this rides and it almost disappears, the small Sebenza. And so a lot of people just love them. You can see the titanium slabs on the small are a little bit thinner than the large. Remember, these have the old school pocket clips on them, and this is also the regular model with the scallops here. The neat thing about the Sebenzas, small or large, they're made out of the same blade stock thickness. So, meanwhile, this is a, considered a small. It's a tough folder. I mean, people talk about how tough the Sebenza is and how it may look nice, but they're definitely working knives. You know, they're not pry bars by any means, but they'll stand up to a lot of use and even abuse. The warranty won't cover it if you do break it. But think about this stout package you get, and people talk about the toughness of that. You're getting the same thing in the small, the same thickness, and I don't think the thicker titanium here really adds any more strength. I'm sure it does to some degree, but I don't think you'd ever notice by hand. Maybe if you was beating on it with a sledgehammer or something, you could see the difference, but I don't think by hand you would. I think it matters more in the grip. Much like I was saying, if you're deciding between these two, to me the big thing would be, of course you're going to end up with both of them. That's just how Chris Reeve knives are. You get one, you're going to get the other eventually. But I lost my train of thought. If I was just going to get one, I'd get the large. Not that I don't like the small, but the large just feels like it would, handle more tasks than the small, and only due to blade length and the handle grip. But for EDC purposes, and you want something that'll disappear, maybe you work in the office, you might want to look into like a decorated or a little 21 with the inserts. All kinds of configurations, and I'm sure you know that. So that's what it is, guys. Try to make a few more videos tonight, and we'll catch you later. Thanks a lot.